We've been talking about LinkedIn's earnings. It doubled sales in the fourth quarter. Now, let's look at what LinkedIn is up against. One competitor is BranchOut. The major difference between the two companies is that BranchOut is an app on Facebook's platform. For more on this growing company, let's turn to our Bloomberg West editor-at-large, Corey Johnson. Corey?
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Well, BranchOut currently has 10 million registered users, but through its Facebook platform is able to connect to more than 300 million people out there. BranchOut's founder and CEO Rick Marini is here again. Rick, always nice to see you. LinkedIn results, I want to talk to you about them. I know it's your biggest competitor, but there's a lot going on in this area, and their growth I was really impressed with.
Yeah, we were too. I was actually very happy to see LinkedIn crush the number on revenue and earnings. And I think what we're seeing is a shift from the job boards in revenue going over to social recruiting sites like LinkedIn and BranchOut. And I think social recruiting is going to be the future of recruiting.
They talked a lot in a conference call I mentioned a little while ago on the show about passive recruiting and about HR people going out and looking for people who may not be looking for a job but have posted their resumes, and how that's been a really big growth business for them. Do you see that? Does your business work in a similar manner such that you can see that?
Sure. It's definitely similar. There's 12.8 million Americans out of work, so there's a lot of active job seekers as well.
Yeah.
But some of the best talent out there, of course, is already employed, right? So recruiters are going after both the active job seeker that is ready to start tomorrow, as well as the great talent that's already got a role today.
Well, it's not just the best people who have jobs. I have a job, so I got that going for me.
Sure.
But no, seriously, in this economy, I wonder if this is an economy when these recruiting businesses are going to be stronger or weaker because there's not a lot of hiring. In other words, do more seekers make for a good business, or does more hiring make for a better business?
Well, I think anytime the economy is improving and there's more jobs out there, it's better for the recruiting companies and recruiters. And we're definitely seeing the unemployment rate dropping, more jobs available out there. So I think we're definitely going the right direction for recruiting companies.
Are we sensing any certain trends within the hiring, or because of this is an online business, sort of both businesses, do you self-select towards certain industries?
Well, technology, of course, is hot right now. And, of course, people who are going to use these sites like BranchOut and Facebook and LinkedIn, of course, are going to be tech savvy. But we're starting to see a lot of blue-collar workers on BranchOut, and they're often using our mobile app, which has been really interesting because if you think about those types of workers, maybe clerks, cashiers, warehouse workers, they're not in front of a computer all day, so they need to be able to access BranchOut and Facebook via their mobile device.
It is interesting that the trend towards mobile across all kinds of businesses, because it is very disruptive, even to online businesses that you'd think would be among the most tech savvy. You look at companies like Facebook with virtually no revenues on mobile.
Sure, and I think Facebook announced that over 300 million of their users are on mobile, and I think Facebook will figure out monetization around that. There's just so many users there that they'll do that, and for us, it's definitely something that we want to be able to provide to our users. I mean, I think it's really important to give people who can access the web and those who need it on a mobile device 24/7 coverage.
Well, and has the rapid ascension of mobile force you to change plans faster, or to address that in ways that you might not have thought a year ago?
The funny thing is, about 25 or 30% of our traffic is mobile now. We had one person on this up until last month.
Really?
And it just took off, and to be frank, it took me by surprise. So now that's a big push for us in 2012, is to build out our mobile capabilities.
I got to imagine all kinds of companies are facing these problems where they've got development based on a computer, or based on maybe even on an HTML web basis, and all of a sudden they realize, wow, iPads, Android, everywhere. We've got to change our whole process.
Absolutely. The world is going mobile, and the world is definitely going towards social. And this is why Facebook has taken off both on mobile and as the predominant social networking company around the world. And for BranchOut, we're very lucky to be associated with Facebook as a large professional network.
Yeah, I mean, really quickly, I mean, you get a sense there are a lot of new business. We did a story about a company yesterday that's selling sort of a fulfillment program, jewelry deal, monthly deal on Facebook, where friends compare the things they like to buy. You feel like this is really just picking up, and that there will be a lot of hiring in this area as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And Facebook has created a platform for companies like that, industries that have social baked in on day one, things that you do with your friends. Recruiting is a good one. They help you get jobs or leads. Dating is a good one. Ticketing, travel, recommendations from friends. And Facebook's given us that platform to be able to do that at huge scale.
Rick Marini, CEO of BranchOut, thanks for coming by again. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Emily?